WWE has another new signing, and guys, this one is very interesting. We're going to talk about it right here on the Ango Show. All right, guys, Muscle Man Malcolm, my boy, has dropped something magnificent. It's got everybody talking today, and that is because Lance Anoa'i has secured his release from MLW and has joined WWE. In fact, Muscle Man Malcolm posted a photo of Lance in an NXT outfit with other Performance Center talent, and then per Fightful, they did reveal that Anoa'i did sign with WWE this past summer. However, he is not imminently planned for creative within NXT or the main roster, as he's out with injury, and likely will not be cleared for a while. This is huge. And how did this slip through the cracks? How was this not reported? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This is absolutely insane to think about. The bloodline keeps getting stronger. The bloodline keeps getting bigger. WWE is signing all of the cousins, and this is obviously big for a variety of reasons. I think everybody knows that, but this is just really big news. And the fact that WWE is signing people, as you guys know, Hikuleo was signed over the summer. We haven't seen him yet. He's listed internally for NXT. Zilla Fatu, just the other day, we were talking about being a WWE ID signing. Still waiting for confirmation on that. And now with Lance Anoa'i, you just have to wonder, what else does WWE have up their sleeve? Are they working to make this bloodline storyline with everybody in there? Are they trying to put Lance in NXT and have him do things out there with a different identity? Because that's really the big thing here, right? Like, once the bloodline story, and I've said this before, once the bloodline story ends, what are you going to do with all of these people? Like, hopefully you have plans. Like, yeah, you could do tag team stuff with Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. Yes, Jacob Fatu is a future world champion, in my opinion, so it makes sense. But, like, Hikuleo or Lance Anoa'i or Zilla Fatu, like, if you put them in the bloodline stuff, what would you do with them after? There's just a lot of stuff happening, and I don't know exactly WWE's direction. So this is very interesting to me. I'm very curious to see where WWE goes with this. But also, I like the signing. That's MLW losing two of their stars, two of their guys to WWE, Jacob Fatu being one of them, and then obviously now Lance Anoa'i. But shout out to Muscle Man Malcolm. He's the one who got that scoop. He's got everybody talking today. And just really interesting to see WWE continue to do these signings. We just saw Baron Corbin and many others not released, but they've departed the company. So WWE is making way for more talent. I look forward to seeing what happens. Let's turn our attention to Becky Lynch. We've been talking about her a lot. Joey Votes, WrestleVotes Radio on Sportskeeda Backstage Pass Patreon, talking about WWE working on a new partnership for merchandising. And one of the names that is somewhat involved with this is that Becky Lynch is part of the list of approved names for the conceptual. So this is very interesting because that means WWE still holds the right to Becky Lynch's character, which typically is a sign that that individual is signed with the company. I look forward to seeing what this actually means for the WWE and whether or not they will use Becky Lynch. We don't know what the deal is. This is a global merchandising deal. Obviously, The Rock and Stone Cold and many others will more than likely be involved with it. But obviously for Becky Lynch, this is somebody who has not been on WWE television. There's been a lot of talks and a lot of rumors that maybe she could be on her way out of WWE. Then there's been a lot of rumors that she could be with the WWE. Nobody necessarily knows. And listen, this is one of those things where Becky Lynch is obviously a top star. Becky Lynch is an incredible talent. Becky Lynch is somebody who is going to do great things. She's already done so many great things, but she's going to continue doing great things. She's going to continue being a top star for the WWE. And WWE obviously values her. If you guys ever wonder why they have the Women's Championship on her, why they gave her the NXT Women's Championship, the reason is relatively clear. Becky Lynch is a draw. Becky Lynch is incredibly famous. People buy her merchandise. People like Becky Lynch. WWE manufactured something incredibly great with her. And so whatever this new merchandising deal retailer thing is, this deal that they could be having Becky Lynch involved in it is one that makes a lot of sense because it's just overall good business. not only is it good business for WWE, but it's also great business for Becky Lynch. And I don't know. We don't know what the negotiations have looked like with Becky in the WWE, but for those who think Tony Khan and AEW should bring her in, this is one of those things that helps WWE have a little bit more leverage. Not only are they the bigger company, but there's different opportunities that could arise beyond professional wrestling. And if you're a talent and you're trying to get paid, this is one of those things that head to it. So super excited to see what happens. Very interested to see how it all goes down. Becky Lynch obviously becoming an icon in professional wrestling. And the last thing I will say is this. There has been a lot of conflicting reports about Becky Lynch, and it's honestly all for good reason. There's a lot of value there. I think a lot of people like her work. I think a lot of people are excited for her work. I think a lot of people are excited to see her back in professional wrestling. And you're always going to have speculation that comes with that. And that brings us to our final topic, guys. Vince McMahon met with the TKO COO, Mark Shapiro. He says just a few weeks ago, while speaking with CNBC Sports, he revealed that he actually had breakfast with Vince McMahon, but he does claim Vince McMahon is not with the company. He's not offering opinions on the company. He's not consulting with the company. He has nothing to do with the company. This was just a meeting where he was checking in on Vince McMahon. He said it had been a long time. He hasn't heard from him at all. He says, he wanted to see how Vince McMahon was doing after the Netflix documentary. But he also claims that Vince McMahon was extremely cooperative and he was very nice. He said that he was a total pro. It was a one-on-one get-together. But he does confirm Vince McMahon is completely out of the business. So what was really interesting, Sherman from CNBC even asked him, he's like, is Vince supportive of the direction that WWE has gone? And Shapiro actually says, yeah, he couldn't have been more positive, but he wasn't asking for his opinion. And this is really interesting because obviously Vince McMahon being part of the WWE, no longer being in the WWE, now has a lot of stuff happening within outside of the WWE. A lot of people are waiting to see what happens with his whole situation with Janelle Grant. I think it's just really crazy that somebody from TKO is meeting with Vince because they've tried so hard to publicly get away from that. But it seems like for now, this is just kind of the way it is. So I would never take anything from this and say, hey, Vince is coming back. I don't think they'll ever try to bring Vince McMahon back. I don't think we ever see him in a consulting role. I think this was a one-off situation, more of like a personal relationship type of thing. I just found it interesting because we heard the news of Vince McMahon starting an entertainment company. Some people think, hey, maybe this could be them trying to bridge something together. I don't think that will be the case, but you guys can come up with your own opinions. Let me know what you think down below.